Yeah, sit that
Oh,
down.
yeah, there's.
Oh, you're going to try a little. Watch out for your sleeve.
Oh.
Here, I'll hold this. Are you going to do half a peach and half a grape, or you just going to fold that over?
No, I was going to get it half and half.
Oh, that sounds tasty.
Now,
Now, you're doing a little experiment. I hear you.
I can't believe Larry done this.
Larry and Janice.
I'll be able to get the taste anyway.
Yeah, you get a good taste of that.
Let's see, can I have my fork back?
Here, this one. Take this one.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Homemade grape and homemade peach or apple? Peach.
Peach.
Right. Now you gotta tell me if it's delicious or not. Is it delicious? You gotta tell me if it's delicious.
It is delicious. It is very delicious.
I guess I get that sweet tooth from you. And I guess you get your sweet tooth from Grandma. But we sure have a sweet tooth, don't we? We like sweets.
With me, I must take it for all, because I could live on just nothing but sweets.
Me too.
Gotta have them sweets.
You know, once a baby gets a taste of sweets, they want sweets all the time too. A baby does. When you give them a little bit of chocolate, oh, they kick. And they want more and more. And I guess from then on, they just want sweet, sweet, sweet.
Oh, no.
You should have never gave me no sweets when I was a baby.
Well, me too.
You made me fat.
Oh, I tell you, it's nothing like this. I don't know how Evelyn got to put stuff with making toast in the oven.
Yeah, a little too buttery, but boy, it sure is good.
So good.
That was Matt saying that. So good. This is so good. Falling asleep in this high chair.
Let's see, did nobody come in town with you? Just you?
Yeah, it was just me. Holly and Adelaide came over for just, gosh. They didn't stay no time at all. She just was running by and she stopped in. You were just going to bed last night and Adelaide came in there and she loved the light in your room. Do you remember her when you was getting ready to go to bed last night and her coming over? Adelaide. Do you remember her being over last night? You were already getting in bed and Holly brought her over and she liked the light in your room. She kept on wanting to look at that
really?
light.
No, I don't remember that.
Yeah. But she didn't stay no time at all. She had to go pick up Eric. And they had to get on back home. She said they'd been out all day long. So it's just me and you last night. Well, Bev was over last night and we had chili. But she had to go home. Larry was home.
Yeah.
That's all we had last night was me and you and Bev.
She does come over every night.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She loves coming over. She said she never laughed so much with doing the hair last night when we were pretending like we're using that foil, you know. You were telling us about how you used to take the foil off of the coffee. She said, I haven't laughed that long, that hard in a long, long time. It just made her laugh.
I'll be darned. I just did trying to get it out of my mind. It was there.
It was there, yeah. And we knew exactly what you meant then. Once we used the paper for our example, we knew what you meant. But laugh, 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 laugh. She said, I just have the best time when I come over there with you and Mom. She said, just laugh, laugh, laugh.
She got a good time.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Yeah, I want her to come over more often.
You spoil her rotten, don't you?
Mm-hmm. You too. You spoil us all rotten.
Yeah. Very good, isn't it? I love jelly.
A peach,
Is the peach your favorite? Do you like the peach better than the grape? It's hard to pick, isn't it?
No, I'm going to just take a bite of the... I didn't aim to do that. But now I got to.
Well, you did that on purpose so you could have more sweet.
Now I taste it.
Taste it.
There's a difference in the flavor, but it's one's as good as the other.
One as good as the other is so sweet. She probably got 10 cups of sugar in it. I remember you made jelly one time, didn't you? Don't it take lots and lots of sugar? I can't remember if you made jelly or not. You had some jars. I don't know what you made. What'd you make?
Honey absolute.
Blackberry jam. I think you might have made blackberry jam. We picked blackberries. Went out to Miss Detheridge's.
I think then, Aunt Sari and Mom were able to still cook, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to cook yours.
Yeah.
We had peach trees.
You did?
And at one time, I still can remember that from when we still had peach trees, maybe an apple tree. I remember the orchard.
Orchard, yeah.
Down behind the house.
It belonged to you all?
Yeah.
Well, that was free fruit, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
All the fruit you could eat.
Yeah. And then I remember you went on down the road from y'all's house. And then there was y'all's house then.
Uh-huh.
But it was neat, y'all living together. Living in the same strip of land.
Yeah, it wasn't the same neighborhood, because there wasn't no neighborhoods, but it was like houses right there together, wasn't it? Shared the land. Shared it, didn't they?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Sari on one side and Grandma on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was Grandma's best friend, wasn't it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And just helped each other out and borrow what one didn't have, the other one would have, and just take turns of borrowing it. Because you said y'all didn't have no glasses y'all to drink out of. Y'all just would drink out of the ladle, out of the bucket, wouldn't you?
Uh-huh. Yeah, some kind
of bucket. It was like a big spoon or something down in the bucket and pick it up.
A dipper?
A dipper.
Mm-hmm. We got by.
You get by. You didn't kill you, did it? Mm-hmm. Oh, Lordy, people couldn't get by today if they had to do that. No microwave. They would think, oh, you didn't have a microwave back then? How did you live without a microwave or a wash machine and a dryer?
I remember when we first got an ice box.
Oh, yeah. And you really did. You really had to put a big piece of ice in it to make it cold, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's why they called it an ice box.
She didn't get in there by itself.
Who brought the ice? The ice man? It was a big ice man? People bring the ice around? Or
No, no.
you have to go store and get it.
Call it Iceman.
The ice man. Ice man! What do you holler out? Ice man!
Well, we got by.
And you got by. And I guess like when McCloskey, because you didn't have a dryer, so you would hang all your clothes out on the line out there. Well, you didn't have a regular washing machine when you first moved. When I remember when we moved to McCloskey's, when I start remembering a lot of stuff, and it was a wringer washing machine where you had to run it through the wringer to get the water out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but if it was winter time, you couldn't hang stuff out on the line very much, so you'd have it all over the house to dry, so it could dry, wouldn't it? You had those wooden things that you could lay all your clothes on so it could try to dry. Boy, it was a lot of work, you know it. And then dryer came along, but
yeah, I know it. And the clothesline, and even after I moved here, I had a clothesline for a while.
Oh, you did, didn't you? Yeah.
And you just take, you know what a clothespin looks like.
Yeah.
That was your clothespin. Take it in a bucket or something, and then finally sew up a little bag to put the...
Yeah. You made me one when I got married, because I had one on Atkins, a clothesline, and you made me a clothes bag to hold. You hang it on the line, and it goes with you as you're hanging up clothes.
Mm-hmm.
You reach in there and get your clothespins out.
You got by.
And you got by, yeah. Didn't sheets feel good when you brought them in the house and put them on your bed after they'd been out there in the wind, blowing in the wind all day? They felt real good to lay on, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really did.
But working all week at a factory and then having to do the clothes the way you did it with all these kids, you had to be wore out after working all day and having to do all that laundry, because you had 7 kids changing clothes and putting on fresh clothes, and I don't ever remember being dirty kids. We always had clean clothes. Did Dad help you out with laundry?
I don't imagine he did. He probably didn't even think it's dirty. Don't imagine.
He probably didn't know how them kids got dirty or how they how'd them kids get them clean clothes. He probably didn't know how they got clean clothes. Mm-hmm. Well, when Bev and them got older, they helped you out a lot, didn't they? When they turned teenagers and stuff, didn't they help you out?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he finally got down, because, see, they had their own place then.
Mm-hmm. No, I mean when they still lived at home, but they were getting teenagers. When they still lived with you, didn't they start learning how to... You taught them how to hang clothes on the line and stuff, so they started helping you.
I guess.
Yeah, before they got married.
Well, the sun shone in light.
Oh, I knew I had to sneeze. The sun's coming out. Yay!